Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome. If you are not new, thank you for coming back for another video. Today we have something a little bit different. It's not an eyeshadow review. Yes, something different. This is my current favorites video. I keep calling them faves, whatever. My current favorites video. So I'm going to be sharing with you in today's video my current favorite makeup products. But I'm going to be demonstrating them for you guys so you guys will see how I achieve this look. I'll be sharing with you guys some of my favorite techniques that I like to use lately with applying my makeup. So if you're interested in seeing my favorites and how I got this look, definitely stay tuned. So we're going to hop right into it. I'm going to get my primer, which I haven't been using a lot of primer, but this one I have been putting in my T-zone, or where I have pores. And this is the Master Blur Stick from Maybelline. Here it is in medium tan, and they do not make a deep one, but I feel like this one works just fine. This doesn't really affect the look of the makeup. Put it on the pores and blend it in. I like that it's in a stick form, so it feels like to me that it's really filling the pores. And that's really all I've been doing for primer. That's really all I've been doing actually. Then the next step is my highlight. I've been highlighting underneath my foundation. So I put some of this highlighter, which is the Hello Halo by Wet n Wild. This is in the shade Goddess Glow. And then you can be liberal with this because you're going to put your foundation on top of it. So it's not like, you know, you're going out looking like this, okay? This is just a paddle, like a paddle foundation brush, and I blend. I think it's a really good product, especially under foundation or before you powder. Foundation is a super throwback. I don't even know if anybody ever even mentions this anymore. L'Oreal True Match Lumi. In the winter time, my skin turns very much normal and sometimes dry. So when I use a more mattifying foundation, I can look very, very dry. But recently I've been loving this True Match Lumi foundation. This is the shade C7 to 8. So I'm going to take that. This is a little bit too dark for my skin tone, but I'd rather use a foundation that is too dark than a foundation that is too light. And so actually I do like going a little bit deeper with my foundations because when I do my concealing, it just brings it all together very nicely. And then just taking a brush and blending this out. You see this coverage? It does a really nice job of covering as well. The dark spots are really not as pronounced in person as they look on camera. So I've got some really good coverage on my cheek area, which is where I tend to need the most coverage. So you can still see a little bit of a blemish here, discoloration and that type of thing on my cheek area and down here. But hey, I'm going to leave it alone because I'm not going for like a super high coverage full on glam situation. So, and it'll get covered up with my foundation powder. So I'm going in with my IT Cosmetics concealer, and so this is the first IT Cosmetics product that I have for complexion that actually works for my skin tone. I've never tried their foundations. I'm curious to try them, but I have not seen very favorable reviews in that department for women of color. Alright, so then I take a fluffy brush and just blend that out. And then just press this in. This is their full coverage concealer. Don't need a lot. And it's very hydrating to the eyes. So if you're somebody who wants a concealer that's going to dry down to like a matte finish, this is not it. The shade in that is 41.5 Deep Gold, and they have like 40 some shades of this concealer, which makes me wonder why they can't do something even like just half of that for their foundations, because I think they only have like 12 shades of their foundations, but this concealer has like 45 shades, or 49 actually. It's really crazy. Like all different undertones, and it's just like any shade imaginable, they've got it in that concealer. I don't get it. I don't get that at all. So that gives me a little bit of a highlight, but it does really just brings more of a balance, or brings my eyes to be the same color of the rest of my face. My under eyes to be the same color as the rest of my face. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of a brightening concealer. And this is the Kevyn Aucoin Etherealist Glow or something like that. This concealer, it dries pretty quickly, and then you have a hard time blending it out. This has a medium coverage, I think. I don't think it's full by any means, unless you like really use a lot. And I'm putting it down there so that that area can be a little more brightened, but not directly under the under eye. I don't like to put too much stuff right under the under eye, because I do have fine lines there. Then going back in the reverse order, because like I said, it does tend to dry up a little bit. And I'm just going to grab my Pretty Vulgar powder that I got in my BoxyCharm. Any powder will really do. I'm liking this so far. I know I just got it a couple weeks ago, or even I think it was last week. But I've been using it ever since, and set down very nicely. Okay. Okay, and then go over my smile lines. With that powder and just let it set there. Now, I'm going in to set the rest of my face with more loose powder. This is the Lawless Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder in the shade Golden Translucent. This is not golden. This is more of a medium deep toned powder. Golden to me is Sasha Buttercup. It has more of a yellow tone. This is my skin tone. So I cannot set my under eye with this. Like, I purchased it for that purpose. I purchased it for the purpose of setting my under eye, and it doesn't work for that. It makes my under eyes turn darker. And I just plop that on in the different areas. With a nice fluffy brush. Eyeshadow primer is Milani. My favorite brow pencil is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. And I'm just going to go ahead and with my brow. There you go. And your eyebrows are done. Don't they look cute? Next step, Kat Von D. Absolute, I don't know. This is my favorite brow product. It's not a brow product, but I use it for brow. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Mad Max Brown. Tattoo liners have this awesome hair-like tip where the ink comes out, and it's so fine, and you can just really, I find this is the best thing for me that I found to get hair-like strokes. So just do that. Okay, and so that's basically it. I know people are like anti Kat Von D right now, but whatever. I mean, I gotta use what works for me. I need hairs. A pencil is not gonna do that. I've not found a like eyebrow pencil that can mimic brow hairs like that pen can. So anyways, I'm gonna go on ahead, carve these out with concealer. there are imperfections here and there with the strokes of the hairs that you've put in, or if some's a little darker, some's a little lighter. That just makes it look more realistic. More powder underneath the eyes. And I am really enjoying this palette here. This is the Platinum Bronze palette by Pat McGrath. And here's what it looks like. So I'm going in with the dark brown shade here. It looks like it has a purple hue to it. A flat brush. I mean, it's a flatter blending brush, okay? Lower into the crease. I'm taking that all the way over, and you can see it's more of a line right there. That's what I want. Or you could take like a pencil brush to do this part to make it, you know, that precise line. However you want to do that, but that's what I'm doing there. Take a brush, I'm going to clean it off, make sure there's nothing on it. Okay. It looks like it has something on it, but it doesn't. And I'm going to take, it's nothing on there, and I'm going to blend on the edges. And I haven't put any concealer down other than to carve out my brows. Okay, and now you can see how that nicely blended. There's no harsh line. Pat McGrath shadows, even though they're expensive, they blend out so nicely. So nicely. So nicely. Gosh, okay. So one of my favorite things, I wasn't going to do this, but I am, because I want to show you guys, just in case you want to get something for somebody for Christmas. So Stila makes these beautiful liquid eyeshadows, and they have these little 3-piece sets. Of course, they come in a different box than this. I threw the box out, but these 3-piece sets, these are minis. These are their Shimmer and Glow liquid eyeshadows. They are beautiful. Okay, so they're $25. This set was $25, not expensive at all. I think each one of these for a full size is like $25 or $28. And so I've got the shades Kitten, Cloud, and Twig. I'm going to swatch them real quick for you guys. Alright, this is Kitten. Beautiful. It's like a nice rose, like a rosy champagne, like rose gold type of a look. This one is Cloud. Cloud right here. So this has a lavender shift to it. And then this one is one of my faves. This is Copper, this is Twig, and I mean to say that it has a nice copper look to it. Very beautiful. So these are very smooth. They're not glittery. I made a mistake and bought the Glitter and Glow, and I don't use those as much because I don't go places where I need a lot of glitter. But these are just smooth, nice, metallic shades. Very beautiful. Okay, if you know somebody who is into makeup, this little set, I think they would be very happy with it. They dry down, they don't crease. Very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with Twig today. Not Twig, Cloud, the one that has a little bit more of a purple tone to it, and it's a little bit more cooler tone, so that's what I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm gonna go on with that on the lid. On the inner corner. Take my finger and blend out that edge. Okay, so I've got that there. Now, the next step is going to be to put on my other shade, which is going to be from the Pat McGrath palette. I'm putting down some glitter glue. And so on this area, a little bit overlapping the Stila shade that I put down, I'm going to go in with, this is one of my favorite shades in this palette. It is this one. It has a purple hue to it. It's a metallic, like a grayish purple, I would say. And I'm going in with that on my finger, on top of where I placed the glitter glue. And even overlapping some, of course, of the Stila liquid shadow shade that we used. So there it is. So I've got a nice little gradient. Alright, and like I told you guys, I'm going to go in with a more pointed brush into that dark brown and pat that in there and just do some cleanup in this area. Okay, this is so pretty. I like this. And so this is more of a cool tone. Look, I've told y'all I'm on these cool tones, okay? So I'm gonna do my other eye, and I will be back for mascara and liner and all. So the other eye is done, and I must say it was so easy, so quick. I know you guys probably think like, dag, that's too much work, whatever she's doing. It really is not. If you're not talking, it takes a very short period of time. All right, and so my favorite liner, my favorite pencil liner is the Tarte Man-Eater pencil. This is a self-sharpening pencil, and I did not realize it was self-sharpening. I just never paid attention to the fact that every time I open this, it's sharp. And I'm like, I guess I haven't really been using it. But no, I have been using it. It's just that every time I put the lid on, it sharpens it. So cool. So cool. So I'm going to do a tight line. And then I'm going to close my eye and have some of that go down to my lower lash line. Okay, and so can you see how much more like intense my upper lash line looks? It just looks so full. Oh, mascara today is the Essence Princess Mascara. This is the green one. It's False Lash Effect, okay? You can get this at Meijer if you have a Meijer in your town, or of course Ulta, I think. Okay, so can you see it just... I did this the other day because I don't usually do that, but it just looks like so beautiful with that liner being underneath your top lash line. I would encourage you, highly encourage you. To me, it makes it look like you have on false lashes, especially if you got some good mascara to go with this technique, girl. So I think really I'm not going to do much to the lower lash line, so I'm going to go on ahead with mascara. Same mascara. Do my blush, and for my blush I'm using the Hourglass Unlocked Edit or Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. Okay, and so here's what the inside looks like. Very beautiful. I've been rocking this for a while. Got it from Beautylish because it's been sold out everywhere, and I think it's even sold out on Beautylish now, but this is a current favorite of mine. So I hope that they're bringing this back in stock because this is a really good palette. And a lot of people might think, well, that doesn't look like it works for people with deep skin tones, but it really does. That blush is beautiful. It's a nice blush. Has a little bit of a luminosity to it, but not in your face. It's just like a nice glow for your cheeks and some pretty color. Do some finishing powder, and the finishing powder is just going to give me a nice glow on my skin, and that's going to be these two shades here. They look really light, but they are very nice. And so I'm just going to take a dense brush, a dense powder brush, put into that, and then just rub on, not rub, but buff it onto the face, rub it onto the face. What kind of crap is that? My contour. My favorite brush, or my favorite powder to use, is the LA Girl Pro Contour Powder. It has a light shade and a dark shade. This is in the deep version of this, and I just tap it in there and kick any excess off and run this in the contour area. Bring it around to your forehead if you need to do contouring on your forehead. If you don't think that's blended well enough, take a fluffier brush and do a little bit more blending. Next step is highlight. So many options. I'm just going to go back to my Hourglass palette and show you. I mean, you can really use all the shades in this palette. So far I've used 3 of them in this tutorial. I'm going to go in with, this is another blush shade, but it's a very luminous blush. This is the one that has more of the sparkle to it. So I'm going to take my Wayne Goss, kick off any excess, and run that on my cheekbones and stuff. So this is what they are calling the highlight in the shade. This is the Metallic Strobe Powder Champagne Strobe Light. That is supposed to be your highlight, and you can use that as well. Just want to show you guys that it does work on my skin tone. I know you people, not you people, but you know, people be like, because I saw it at the same time, I was like, I don't think so, but I picked it up anyways because I was hecka curious, and I'm very happy that I did. Now there's your highlight that you're looking for. This is what the people are looking for. And if that's too much, just go back over with your finishing powder and blend that out. So that is it. I'm going to spray my face with my setting spray, or what I like to use for a setting spray. This is my Mario Badescu facial spray, the aloe, cucumber, and green tea version. Make sure your brows are brushed into place. I like to use a brow setter, which is the L'Oreal Brow Boost and Set, or Boost and Set in the shade Dark Brunette. And just run this over the brows to set them in place. This is just a dark brown liner from the beauty supply store. It's an NK, I think, which means Nika K liner in the shade Coffee. My lip colors that I just picked up from the drugstore, these are the Maybelline Shine, Color Sensational Shine something. This is the shade of Spicy Mauve. And I'm going to just put that on top. So there it is. So you don't really need a gloss, but I'm going to add a gloss just because I do want you guys to know that this gloss is bombfreaking.com. This is the Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb in the shade Universal. This is such a beautiful lip gloss. Smells so good. Oh my gosh, I am just a huge fan of this gloss. Oh my gosh. And the fragrance is so good. But it don't taste like anything, which is amazing. So I'm done. Well, let me fix my hair, then I'll be back and get my real clothes on. Alright guys, this is the final look with my current faves. Current favorites, okay? What do you guys think? Hope you guys like the look. And let me know what are some of you guys' faves in the comment section below. This was super fun. I always enjoy looking at people's favorite videos, but I really like it when they actually use them. I really like it when they actually use them, so I can see, you know, how they apply and stuff like that, and you know, the looks that they like to do with their favorites. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I will be talking to you guys really soon. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more content from me, definitely hit the subscribe button, and I will be talking to you guys very, very soon. See ya.